What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the mountain. Well, this is the video that you guys have been waiting for, that I've been talking about. I didn't film a whole lot of the process. I told you I was going to do a cabin reveal video of all the work that I've been doing for the last 2 weeks on the cabin. Domino's excited, huh? And guess what? Ridge life.
I'm excited. This is amazing. You are going to be excited what you see inside this building.
Tim is the first guest since it's all been done. And yeah, a lot of improvements, huh?
It was so homey. I've been here since basically it was an abandoned cabin, right, when you first came up. So I've seen the transition over time. And last night when I went in there, it was like you could never tell that was an abandoned cabin. It was a home, it was a house, it was very comfy, it was quiet. I enjoyed it.
All right, guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off on the outside here, and we're gonna talk about the expansion that's coming. And I laid out some flags, as you can see all over here, to be able to give you a little bit better visual of what's up in the brain here, because I am no artist and can't draw it out. I do have a subscriber that draws out plans and stuff. They did it for Simple Life Reclaim, and they talked about doing it for Drifting Dreamers down there, and she's also reached out to me in the past and says she would love to do it here. So here soon I will be pulling some measurements and stuff, and sending an email and see if we can't get some kind of plans going, because this is a big expansion. It's going to go off of the cabin and a huge expansion over here at the tiny house, and they're basically going to come together and make what Pops calls a compound. So let's go ahead and start with the outside. Let's start with the problems first, and then I'll give you the solutions. As you can see, over time the logs have rotted quite a bit. That bottom log right there especially, you can see down there that that whole grout line is about to fall out, which means this needs to go completely. This side over here is not as bad, so we're going to try to salvage this. I might put new logs in this side right here, but definitely something has to be addressed, especially right there. That bottom log is just it's almost gone. So the plan is, from this side of the door right here, that way is all getting removed. This door will be gone. This will no longer be a door. Now, as you see, I got flags out here running all the way to here, and running that way and that way, and flags running there. Yep. Midnight's not going to come down. She's getting that aerial view. So the cabin will be expanding out to this point right here. Just the width of the cabin to the door. This will be kind of like a hallway type situation with a sliding glass door on each side, so you can open it up and access from the front to the back, because the fire pit area is back here. And you'll see here shortly where the outdoor kitchen is going to be. Now the tiny house will expand this whole direction. See the flags there? All the way up in line with the door right there. This will be the dining room for the new house. And that whole area over there is going to be a massive kitchen. Huge kitchen, because you know I like cooking those groceries. So you will actually access the other cabin from the tiny house through the dining room and the kitchen area. Basically what I want to do is have the kitchen and dining room in the heart of the home. So guest and studio and stuff over here. Our actual house will be right here, and it'll all be connected with the kitchen, dining room, and just be huge and open. Y'all already know that I'll be cutting a door in there and moving the sink, because the kitchen that's currently in there now is the future pantry, which will make a beautiful big pantry. Beautiful. This whole wall right here is being eliminated, and the backside wall will be eliminated, because the addition, which we'll get into that when we do the tiny house tour, but we'll go all the way up to this line as well, that direction, and that'll be the main living quarters for the new house that I'm actually going to live in. There'll be a bedroom, a living room, no more bathrooms. It's just going to be that bathroom for that one. But basically what that's going to do is turn the current bedroom in the tiny house into a foyer. And what that also does is makes a U shape right here for a private courtyard.
This building was originally a 10 by 10 pump house.
Yes.
Yeah. Just a pole, you know, pole barn.
Basically.
Yeah.
But with the pole barn design, what that allows me to do is take down any wall I want, because none of the walls are structural.
Right.
So I can do that cross through, because you will access the main living quarters through that side and the kitchen through this side. And to have a private little courtyard here, I think will be real nice. Margarita have a good time decorating that. And hopefully in the future, I'd like to do a shipping container pool out here in the ground to access for the fire pit area and that. All right, let's move over here. Right now we are standing in the expansion of the kitchen area. The kitchen will be this whole area here all the way to about where this stump is right here, and then it'll have a pretty significant large dining room as well for entertaining. Now the reason why I got the flags running this way, because right there with that addition all the way to these flags out here to the end of the cabin will be a deck off of the loft up here, which in turn will turn this lower half into the whole outdoor kitchen. The outdoor kitchen is expanding tremendously, because if I didn't learn nothing else about our party this weekend, I need more space in the outdoor kitchen.
I do see one problem though.
What's that?
This stump right here.
Yep.
Pretty sure Uber can't take care of this stump. You need me to bring old Blue with her new backhoe to really manhandle that out of there? He's
talking about future stuff. He don't even have his backhoe yet. And as he was talking in the background, we see the big stumps in the background. Uber's already handled. But what that also does with expanding the outdoor kitchen here and giving a huge deck up top to be able to access, because we'll talk about it more on the inside, but this is changing a little bit too, and that'll end up being my office upstairs coming off into the deck, enjoying that beautiful view.
So now that you have this southerly sky, what do you plan on doing about power for the
Well, the whole point is solar panels, and that is why that is making a change too, and the pitch of the roof is going to change directions, because I have to do roof work anyways. And I'm bringing walls up in the loft area, that way it's a true room. It's not only walk down the center. And the other half will stay like it is, except for the roof will change directions. It'll be two-tier. You'll have a higher peak and a lower peak, and the deck off of here will keep everything up under here clean and good to go. And then right here is the old shallow well that couldn't sustain the mountain, but there is water down there. So the thought process is, with the outdoor kitchen here and everybody hanging out here, is to do a nice water feature using that shallow well with some of the rocks in the area into like a koi pond or something like that.
Also, if you could put one of those old-timey hand pumps.
Yeah.
You know, kids just come over here
and wash their hands.
Yeah, man, just get cleaned up, man.
Yeah, because they hit me up last night quite a few times about washing their hands and going in there. So that's the outside. As you can see, we've got the outdoor kitchen area cleaned up right now. And right now this is a decent space, but you can see how tight it is. So if we expand it out, say, what is that, another 6-7 foot? That should cause a lot more space, and also it'll raise this roof up as well too. A lot more headroom. Moving on to the back. Everywhere there was covers with this cabin, the corners are great. The logs are good. They don't need to be replaced. So just the front is where the issues are. But we also got all of this cleaned up as well. That will be going in the cabin thanks to Bitty Boo. I do have a wood stove now, so once we do some of the renovations and stuff, that'll be added into the mix. Of course, we got the bad boy there, which will go to the shop area once we get it built. But yeah, not a lot back here is going to change. I will redo this lean-to because it was not built properly and is not very sturdy, and I might extend it on out just a little bit just to open this up a little bit. But this will be the backyard and the raised bed area coming here real soon. That's why we're clearing all this out right now. I would like to have the fence come off at the end here and go that way, where this is a true backyard. When you come out the back of the cabin, you're into the backyard and the raised bed areas. But we definitely got a lot of old school, a lot of character, so I want to try to save as much of it as possible. I got to decide which one to start with, whether the expansion of the tiny house or the expansion of the cabin. At this point, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm leaning towards doing the cabin first, because the tiny house is at a perfect situation for me to be able to live comfortably while I do this. And then once I start on that, I'll have plenty of space over here to kind of get away from the construction. And the main thing that's making that a reality is this bottom log right here. This is definitely getting to a point something's got to be done.
Yeah, that's what's supporting this whole corner of the house, right?
Yes. Yep. So pretty much with expanding that out, I can cut back a little bit here because we got a little bit of rot back here, so probably about where this window is. I might go to the other side because eventually I want to put the front door on this side of the wall instead of having all of that. I might even just make it part of the foyer for the door out here. But basically 2x8s, frame it out, and I should be able to eliminate that, and this whole corner can kind of go away. I mean, it's holding up, but that bottom one's the issue. That's the main issue. I might actually put some bracing on it just here shortly, just to make me feel better about it. Like I said, these over here are not too bad. It's the corners, because they didn't have that. But as you can see, guys, there's rot. These right here, these are not the actual roof trusses. This is just little tails that they got off. So the roof trusses are still in good shape. New flag, thank you to the subscriber. You ready to go inside?
Let's do it.
Are you ready to go inside? Let's check it out. All right, we're gonna start in the office area. Come on, Domino. So now, if y'all remember a long time ago, this is actually where my bed was before I moved into the tiny house. And I believe I'm utilizing it to a lot better space now. I have actually got a functioning office now. I got some nice furniture in here. I've added a bookshelf where I can keep all of my camera gear nice and organized, and plus some of the things that you guys made me. I had an awesome subscriber make me this. It's a little model of the tiny house. It's a birdhouse. I don't know if y'all remember seeing that or not. That's just something I picked up at a flea market. And Kettling, Texas, my favorite picture of Ryder. He also hired an artist to do a memorial painting of me and Ryder, which is in the tiny house. Y'all will see whenever we do the tiny house tour. And then yesterday I got this. Check that out, guys. Old Domino. Great picture. I actually got this when I went to Amarillo, Texas, at the world famous steakhouse there.
What is it?
It's what's it called for the beer?
Yeah.
I'm not a beer drinker. It's leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
What it is. It'll come to me maybe by the end of this video. But y'all seen that I actually put new blinds in here. I got my calendar board. This is something else that I got from the meetup from one of you guys, which is pretty cool. And I don't know how well this is going to show up. I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera, but good vibes only. Come on. Pretty cool. Now, guys, the reason why I oriented this like it is because, oh yeah, new chair, guys. That Shaquille O'Neal Premier Edition.
Nice.
It's for them big boys. But when I'm sitting here making the magic for you guys, look at that, guys. I got the mountain view out there. So that's pretty cool. So what do you think about the new office area?
Man, this is where you can make the magic happen on YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot more comfortable than what it was.
Two big monitors, you got the great view. Everything's ergonomic, set up right.
Yep.
And got a little
That way your OSB don't mess up. OCD.
Yeah, no, this makes my OCD very, very happy. Everything's kind of just organized and very, very convenient to use. So when you're in the zone here making these videos, you're not distracted by other things, you know, going on around you. That's how it was before, when you had your living space and your workspace in the same thing in a tiny cabin.
It was like you was never off work.
Yeah, no. So this you can come over here, get in the zone, go back over there, start living life. So this is great.
Yeah, definitely a major upgrade. This is the best office that I've had since I left probably Florida, to be honest with you. As far as home offices go, I had some pretty nice ones at work. But
what's that white thing over there?
I got a new printer because I have to do a lot of signing and filling out things and shipping labels and stuff like that. So got a brand new printer. Anybody that's IT knows that all IT people hate printers.
Yeah.
I'm an IT person. I hate printers. But this one right here is pretty good. It's a refillable ink one, which saves a lot of jangle because those ink cartridges are expensive. Definitely Domino approved.
Now I will say we have proof, David.
Yeah.
Right? See this calendar up here, September?
Yeah.
See how it's empty?
Yeah.
It proves that you do nothing.
Well, that's not necessarily true. I just filled that out because I just hung it. Even though it's the end of the month, I'm gonna have to do it again. But actually, I did quite a bit of videos here this week.
You sure have. A lot of good stuff coming out for people.
Yep, and more to come. Y'all have seen some of them, but yeah, there's a lot. Come this month, October coming up, that thing will be full. And I'm going to use that to try to keep my life organized a little better.
You? Organization?
Yeah, just no list.
Just no list. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll make a list for that for you.
Funny thing is, guys, I used to be a very organized person back in my business owning days. Well, you ready to check out the living room?
Let's do it.
The living room. Now, a lot of changes has happened in here. Well, of course, we got to start with George.
What's up, George?
George, I'm going to try to get you a friend this year, buddy. That 10-point that I spooked out there, I want him to hang out with you. As you see, I got little odds and ends stuff. Some stuff from you guys, some stuff just from my past. I've showed this before. That is the only thing that I have from my childhood. My mom made that for me in '82.
Wow.
And it has went everywhere I've went, and you could tell by all the damage. That's basically my life. Y'all wonder why I hurt. There you go, because that's what I really feel like. So we did complete rearranging. The recliners that were already here, y'all seen that we did the blinds. Blinds made a huge difference. Huge difference. We got a mount for the TV that swivels and all of that, so if I'm over there in the office area, I can see it, or if we're over here. Got a love seat, same love seat, but I think it fits pretty good there. Got a nice little area over here, and basically it's a nice living room area now for the first time. It never seemed to fit.
Hold on one second. Sorry.
Oh, there you go.
It wasn't centered in the wall.
Yeah.
I had to. It was driving me crazy. I had to fix that.
Had to center up with George. Actually, it was centered, but with George, that line was centered with George's.
I went a little too far.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Tim just messed it up. So Margarita's wanting to go like thrift store shopping and find like an antique coffee table, and me and her do a little couple restoration on it and stuff, which I think would be really cool.
That looked really good.
Now, speaking of some new things, check out these Flexi Spot recliners, guys. Now, on my Come On Keeping It Real channel, you can see me putting it together and going over all of the specs, but I reached out to them again to get a matching one for Margarita or a guest, and check this out.
Man, that's what I'm.
It does a full recline. Go ahead and show them how it works. Tim has never sat on one of these before, so this is a first time.
Look at this.
Let's look at these controls. So right here's your back rest, back and forward. This is your up and down. I got a surprise for Tim too.
Oh,
check this out. It's also got a USB for charging your phone.
Check that out.
Yep.
Man, that's pretty sweet.
So he's laid on back. It goes even further, but we're not gonna take Tim all the way there. Now we know Tim's not a spring chicken, guys. He's just not. He's getting older. We all know that he got off of his four-wheeler and tore his ACL, MCL, ECL, PPL, TTL, and everything else in his knee. But his Flexi Spot XL6 will stand you up, guys.
Ooh, look at this.
Check it out in action.
Launch control, baby. An old man like me can get up.
Well, look at there. Just step into it.
Just sit back down. Man, oh man.
And how about the comfort?
Oh, it's super comfortable.
Do you have the heat and the massage on?
Check this. No, I don't.
Check this out, guys. So we can do heat, and then we'll do a little massage.
Ooh, 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 I feel that now. Oh, that's nice. That's heaven there, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now, for you guys that are subscribed to my Come On Keeping It Real channel, know that earlier this week I actually threw out my trap on my back, the lat trap. I pulled a muscle in my back and it took me down for 2 days, guys. And I lived in this chair for 2 solid days using the massage feature, the heat feature, and also being able to get up easier because my back was hurt so bad that it was hard for me to get up out of a chair. This XL6 right here saved me, guys. Saved me. It couldn't have been at a better time to have something like that whenever my back went out on me. My back hurt so bad it put me in tears when it finally ripped. And I was just doing a normal day-to-day type easy thing, just stretched the wrong way, and something just kind of gave. And it took me down for 2 days. And this right here is a big reason why I am back up and going again. And I truly feel that it helped with my recovery and recovery time. I literally stayed in this chair for 2 solid days. If I wasn't sleeping, I was in this chair right here. And a couple of times I actually slept in the chair. Took me a little nap. But I want to thank today's sponsor of this video, Flexi Spot. These chairs right here are a game changer, guys. Make sure that you look in the description for a link and a little discount code to save a little bit of that jangle. And if you want more information about the specs and how this is so easy to put together, and it is literally very easy to put together, it just slides together and you plug a couple of cords in and you're good to go. You can go over to Come On Keeping It Real and check out that video there, because these right here have been amazing for the mountain, and I am so thankful to be partnered up with Flexi Spot with the XL6. They have 2 different sizes, guys. They got the XL6 and another size, and the XL6 is for taller people like myself, and they have one that's more like a medium size for somebody like Tim that's a little bit smaller.
What? I'm up on a high chair here?
Yeah. And they also come in a couple of different materials. You have this, which is kind of the leather type material, which is perfect for off-grid out here. And they also have a cloth type, and I believe there's a couple colors that go along with it. So definitely go check out that link, guys. It's also normally recliners, like these recliners over there, the big ones, cost me well over $1,000 for each one. The price point of these, I believe, are around $500. And to get all of this function, the lift capacity, the lift feature, the massage, the heat, and it don't just massage your head like some of the massage chairs, guys. It even massages your calves and stuff down there at the little base thing right here. So it is a great value for what you get, and it's a lot cheaper. And one of my favorite features, being in a tiny space like this, it has maximum comfort, and as you can see, I got room on each side of me. So it's a good size chair, but it takes a very small footprint, which is amazing. So what do you think about the living room?
I think the best feature, it actually feels pretty cool in here right now,
yep.
and it's hot outside. And then when it was cool outside last night, I felt warm. And
yep.
the whole reason for that is that wonderful insulation job in the ceiling. Yep. Whoever did the insulation in the ceiling was a master.
Well, thank you, thank you.
No. That's not what I'm talking about.
Tim put 3 staples in here, and he tries to take credit for the whole roof.
I mean, everything good about this cabin really starts with the insulation.
Yeah,
right? It's
that's
the foundation for a good.
Well, where was you at when we covered the insulation with all of that fancy?
Yeah.
Barrier.
Yeah. See, if I'd have been here, the lines would have lined up a little bit better.
Probably not.
And at least I would try.
So we also got a little refrigerator in here, guys, and also a water dispenser. So when guests are staying here, and we're gonna see that next, we can sleep a lot of guests in here now. They could have cold water and snacks and stuff like that, and don't have to go over into the tiny house and stuff and kind of function here. Now, one thing that I did not mention whenever we was talking outside, whenever I do the expansion of this cabin, I will be adding a small bathroom over here to the cabin with like a little corner shower, a little small sink, and a toilet. So nice. When guests are over here staying, they don't have to use the main bathroom over there in the main area. It will probably be somewhere incorporated into the expansion part. That way I don't have to drill through concrete for all the lines and stuff like that. Don't quite have that figured out yet, but I believe I could do a pretty small bathroom. You know, because you want your guests to have the amenities, but you don't want them to get too comfortable because they'll never leave, right?
Kicking me out.
Yeah. All of a sudden it's not guests, it's roommates. And I ain't trying to get no roommates.
Yeah.
And of course, the first thing that I purchased when I got to Arkansas is this hand chainsaw carved American flag and eagle, which is very important to me. It's heavy, very heavy. Also wanted to highlight one more thing, guys, that one of you guys sent me as well that I absolutely love, is this American flag here that's kind of rustic looking, and it really just matches the cabin really well, and I enjoy it. Gotta love those blinds. I'm going to pre-warn you guys that the lighting in this area is not that good, so I'm going to show it to you a little bit, and then I'll open up the blinds, and hopefully that helps. So we have moved the safe and made a little bedroom area in here. Let's go ahead and open up the blinds, see if we can get some natural light in here a little better. It's not a very big space, but it has a comfortable full-size bed in here, and we use some of that paper, like I said, to kind of do it in a sheet just to kind of give a little bit of privacy. When I do redo the cabin, this will change a little bit. It will actually expand out a little bit, because the reason why I want to take the loft above me up on the walls and actually use it as a true room, it will allow me to remove this ladder that's in the center of the cabin right here, and I can actually put a stairwell up against the wall and go upstairs, freeing up the space down here, and also just making it a little bit more functional. Like poor Tim can't even really get up there that well because of his knee.
Hey, it's better now.
Yeah, he's definitely climbing better, but when he first came and stayed after his knee, he couldn't go upstairs.
Oh, no.
That's a thought as well. So that'll allow me to be able to put the stairwell over here in the corner somewhere, and it would open up this whole space. Nice little bedroom area, and a good spot for my pew in the corner there, where it's not all out here in the view of everybody. All right, guys, let's head up to the loft, because the loft has never been done, guys. It's always been storage since I got here. It was storage before I bought it, and it's been storage ever since. Well, not anymore. We got a new space. And here we go. Let's put some light on the subject. Woohoo, let there be light. So this is actually a couch that folds down into a bed, so it could be either way. But I took some of the shelving out of the yellow tents, cut them in half with the angle grinder, put them in here, and was able to get some of the stuff that I didn't want out there in the weather anymore up here, like the food processing stuff, some of the hunting stuff, and some of the computer stuff. Those are speakers that went in my black F-250. And then plus I have stuff in these drawers organized, and I got all of my mama's cookbooks over here out of there as well now, and plus computer stuff, monitors, towers, stuff like that. Let's have a seat. And of course we still got the air conditioner up here. It's behind the fan. I used a little fan to rocket the cold air to that ceiling fan and shoots it down. So this right here will go straight up, which will open it. This will be an actual big room. This is half the size of the cabin up here. So if I make the walls go straight up, pretty much it doesn't double the size of the cabin, but by half it does. And this would be a really nice office area for me and Margarita. Tim's over there geeking out on me. Let me show you what's powering the cabin right now. And this is current, what's going on right now. So y'all see me do the reviews on the Anker Solex. That's running the air conditioner, and the Jackery with the 2 batteries, that's the Jackery 2000 Pro, that is actually running the rest of the cabin. So I have 2 units running it to try to split the load a little bit, but I'm always willing to try other ones. It would be nice to get one that would do it all, for sure. Look at the aerial view, guys. Somebody's comfortable down there. But as you can see, as far as the loft area, the only part that I can access without bending over is right here at the peak. So the goal is from this point back to come up taller on the walls and put a new roof on and leave this one the same height. It will basically give a 2-tier look to the cabin on the outside. And I don't think it would cost a lot of money, because you're basically just adding walls, and a lot of this wood here from the trusses I can actually use to change it off. But it's a big project, guys. I'm in no illusion that it's going to be an easy what's happening. I'm going to have to schedule it around rainy season and everything else, because once you pop the top, there's no going back, for sure. What do you think?
I mean, I think you've done an amazing job, not only with the abandoned cabin, but with the entire property here on Come On Mountain. Again, I've seen it for years now, since you first got here, and every time I come up, I'm impressed by something new that's happened. So definitely getting work done on the mountain.
Well, guys, I am curious to see what you guys think about the whole changes. I think by far, like I said, this has been an evolving process throughout the thing, and that's not going to change. That's just part of this lifestyle and kind of doing it as you got it. And I'm also trying to do it debt-free, guys. That's why some of this stuff takes a little bit longer than others, because I got to save pennies in the background, because nothing's cheap right now, especially in building and construction and stuff like that. They are proud of it. So I don't want to take on a whole lot of debt to do this. I am capable of going to get a loan right now if I wanted to, and take on a massive debt and do this pretty quickly. But then I have to pay for a loan for the next 30 years, and I'm trying not to do that. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I don't want to be paying for something until the day that I leave this place. And I also don't want to leave debt for my children in the future. So I'm going to keep chipping away at it. But as y'all always hear me say, it's a game plan, not a set plan. And that right there is the reason for it, guys, because you got to live in it, and you evolve, the property evolves, and then things change. And then circumstances change as well. So that's kind of why it's done what it's done over the time, and there's been revision after revision after revision. But I think I truly have an expansion plan that will truly work and kind of tie everything in together. I mean, the pump house was a pump house, and now it's turning into the main house. But I think that that's the best ideal, because I've already got so much money invested in there, and it's all brand new, and I love it. I love the style, I love the feel of it. So why not build off of that, utilize it, and use the structures that are already here as well, and kind of try to marry them both together with new and old and kind of make it all make sense. And I think that I'm doing a pretty good job of that up to this point. A lot of challenges to come, guys. A lot of projects happening, plus we got animals and infrastructure stuff out there, and there's tons of stuff to do. I'm on a 5-year plan, guys. I ain't trying to do this overnight. So we're 2 years into the 5-year plan, so we're definitely getting to the point where things are starting to move and there's big changes happening, not little small little kind of wrap your head around things. We're going to start with the shed. I actually made a phone call this morning while Tim was here to another dozer guy, because I need to get the area cleared out for the shed, because I want to get that done before the winter. We're also going to be putting windows in the tiny house here soon. I've already got the windows. And then once I get that done, we're also going to do another tour of the tiny house, of what it looks like now, because that's changed a lot too, ain't it, Tim?
Oh man, barn doors and everything else.
Yeah, barn
shower,
doors.
very beautiful shower.
There's a new office area in there.
Yeah.
And that's when I will flag out and kind of show y'all the expansion that's going to go over there with the new bedrooms and the new living room, and also a storage area as well over there. And carport and solar storage will also be over there. My solar room, Tim got him a shed that he's doing right now for his solar thing, and I'm going to do one in my garage area where I park my cars and stuff for all of my solar stuff. And solar's coming in the future too, guys. So got a lot, but like I said, don't hit me up like win, because it's a long game. It's a marathon. It ain't a sprint, guys. And it's got a lot to do with budgets, and it's also got a lot to do with how much I can accomplish by myself, and when my friends and fam have got time to help me on some of the bigger projects. But I'm having a great time, and I'm glad I'm bringing you guys along. I want to thank Tim for coming to hang out this weekend. It was a great time. I enjoyed it. I'm glad he was the first one to stay here in the cabin. I've been working my butt off, guys. I am proud of it. Like I said, I didn't film any of it except for the blinds, because I wanted to kind of just show y'all the finished product. And I also wanted to take my time and go through everything. Every one of these drawers have been gone through, and stuff's been taken out and thrown away or kept or organized. For the first time ever, I know what's all in this cabin. So that's a big deal. But I love every single one of y'all, and make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for everything that's coming here in the future. And until we see each other again, come on, let's go on another adventure.